Good morning, everybody. It is always great to be in one of our city parks. It's always great to be in Council District 7 with Councilmember Raul Campillo. I'm joined by a number of other San Diegans I'd like to introduce. Denise Newell, a parent and Linda Vista resident. Andy Field, our Director of Parks and Recreation. My friend Michelle Anderson with the San Diego Parks Foundation. He's their chair. Patrick Stewart, the Library Foundation. And Peter Kallstrom, San Diego Workforce Partnership President and CEO, the doer of many good things in our city. Listen, when we talk about rebuilding back better from COVID-19, I think often what we're talking about are adults. But I want to elevate today, this morning, that as we get parents back to work, we also have a lot of work to do to get our kids back to normal as well. As summer approaches, many folks are uncertain about what this time of year looks like for our youth and for young adults. Typically, many families would be preparing to enroll their kids in summer camps, while teens and young adults would be entering the workforce looking for their first summer job. But of course, nothing has been typical about this last year. Many of our city's children have been robbed of the opportunity to simply play outside with their friends. Many of our young adults have had their sights set on landing that first new job, but were unable to do it. And so our youth and our young adults make up just a little over 25% of our city's population. And so as a consequence, it's really important that we make an investment in them, that we consider them in our recovery efforts. And that's exactly what we're doing. Through my Summer of All of Us initiative, we are doing the work of making sure that San Diego gets back to work by focusing on our youth and young adults. My initiative serves as a path to get these young people back on track. And through our Park and Recreation Department, our libraries, and with the help of several of the community partners who are here this morning, my plan will do a number of things. Provide $400,000 in critically needed youth programming that will support equitable access for recreational opportunities at 16 recreation centers, 3 neighborhood parks, and 5 pools in the areas most in need in our city. Staff recreation centers, aquatic centers, and park ranger programs to provide more opportunities for families to recreate this summer. Provide $250,000 in paid internships at our Park and Recreation Department. Fund community organizations supporting youth employment and scholarship opportunities. And offer free tutoring services to help kids who have struggled with virtual learning to get back into the classroom. One of the initiatives that I'm most excited about is our partnership with the County of San Diego and the San Diego Parks Foundation that will create opportunities for families. The Parks Foundation's Come Play Outside program will jumpstart our initiatives to bring activities back to our parks and back to our recreation centers. This infusion of philanthropic dollars will help us as we staff up to meet pent-up demand for recreational services. But of course, we're going to have to hire to actually provide those same services. So this is where Andy Field wants me to tell you that our Park and Recreation Department is hiring now and ready to hire young folks to help provide them with their first job. Our city, of course, is not alone in wanting to provide more opportunities for youth across our city. Before our pandemic, our region had 40,000 young people ages 16 to 24 who are not meaningfully connected to educational or job opportunities. We believe that figure has grown over the last year. Many of these young people simply want the opportunity to work, and that need is urgent. So through this initiative, we are teaming up with the San Diego Workforce Partnership to get our youth connected to even more internships through their successful Connect to Careers program. This is how we will create the future talent pool of workers and help more young people find good paying jobs. And to be ready for these jobs, our children must have access to quality educational resources. I'm investing in our Do Your Homework at the Library program so that our school-age children have access to 36 tutors who work remotely and out of various library locations, free homework help for kindergartners to 8th graders, and tutoring Monday through Saturday with morning and afternoon sessions available. Spanish speakers are also available for young people. We know that this program, which has been operating in our city over a number of years, has been proven to get results. In fact, for example, a mother shared that her son's D grade raised to a B+ in just a few weeks after participating in this program. She referred to the free tutoring program as a God-sent blessing. So I'm looking forward to getting more of these kinds of opportunities out into our community, to be able to report back more stories like that student I just mentioned, and to create more opportunities for our kids to be a part of our efforts to build back better. Together, We will help parents make sure that their kids are back on track and help our young people, who are in many ways the greatest resource that our city has, the talent, the future taxpayers of this city. And we want to start investing in them. With this particular effort, we will do precisely that. With those comments, I'm happy to introduce now the council member for District 7, where we're at today. Councilmember Campillo has been only a few months on the job, but he's doing an exceptional job. And this particular proposal we're talking about today will directly benefit the people of Linda Vista. That's why I'm so grateful he'll be here today. Councilmember Campillo, you want to give us a few words?
Thank you, Mayor Gloria, for coming to Linda Vista to announce the initiative, the Summer for All of Us initiative. Let's talk really quickly about why this is so important. We know the economy is in a serious crisis, that we have a health crisis as well, and we know that we're doing everything we can to help small businesses and everything else that comes along with that. But what often gets lost is the children. I'm a former teacher, and I understand how important it is for these opportunities, these outdoor opportunities, these employment opportunities to exist for our young people. And when we have investments like $1 million for the Connect to Careers program, which is going to connect young San Diegans to the great industries that San Diego is known for, like tech and manufacturing, when it's going to invest $250,000 for paid internships with the Parks and Recreation Department for the city of San Diego. These are not just good investments in young people, but they're equitable investments in young people. Especially since we know that when it comes to paid internships as we all grew up with, we know you got to know someone, you got to have access to it, and you're putting in the sacrifice. But a paid internship is particularly important right now when so many young people, so many adolescents are actually working to provide for their families and for their parents who may have lost their job because of COVID. So I'm very proud to support the Summer for All of Us initiative. I really appreciate Mayor Todd Gloria for seeing how important it is to invest in our young people and for announcing it here in Linda Vista. I imagine that some of these paid internships are going to connect Linda Vistans to come work here at the skate park here in Linda Vista and our other great parks throughout the city of San Diego. It's about equity. It's about building back better. As the chair of the Economic Development and Intergovernmental Relations Committee for the San Diego City Council, I'm very proud to see this investment being done. I plan on supporting it when we vote on the budget in the next few weeks. And I really just want to thank Mayor Gloria for seeing the real problems that are affecting our community and knowing where to send those dollars, our young people. With that, I'm really proud to introduce Denise Roldan-Newell, a parent and resident. And Denise is right here behind me, and I know her son Mateo is somewhere around, maybe playing in the park like he should be. But and without further ado, Denise, please.
Thank you. Good morning. Let's see. Good morning, everyone. My name is Denise Roldan-Newell, and before I just give a few brief remarks, Mr. Mayor, Mr. Councilman, I do send, my daughter sends her best regards and apologizes for not being able to be here today. She had a very important test on state capitals, and in her words, it's the coolest day of the week, Mom. It's field day. So thank you. And my teenager is ambling over there. He was available. So what I want to share is for parents, for anyone that's not familiar with field day, let's just talk about that. Why it's the coolest day of the week in the eyes of an 11-year-old is because it's a day when in your school you get a little bit extra time to be with your friends, to eat outdoors, to touch the grass, and just run around and be a child. And that's why that matters. And that's why I'm incredibly honored to be here today to be representing District 7 and families everywhere. For any parents, we all remember that March 2020 when our world came crashing down. We didn't know how to best comfort our children, what to say to our children. Would they ever see their friend again, their favorite teacher? And thanks to our leadership and thanks to programs like the one being introduced today, the sun is finally shining. I'm very excited for the children of San Diego and for what summer has in store for children everywhere. So thank you again, and I think it's safe to say that on behalf of parents everywhere, Mr. Mayor, Councilmember Campillo, thank you so much for putting the welfare, the mental health, and physical health of our children, making it a priority. Thank you again, and I applaud you for your efforts. Thank you.
Thank you, Denise. Thank you, Mateo. I'm glad you're here today. It's good to see you. I just want to wrap up by making sure you know that we have some obviously partners who are here that are available to answer specific questions about this. But Andy Field, thank you for your leadership of our Park and Recreation Department. Patrick at the Library Foundation, thank you. Michelle at the Parks Foundation. You see the philanthropic connections here. We don't do anything by ourselves. And Peter Kallstrom with the Workforce Partnership. When we partner together, we can get a lot of things done. We're able to leverage our limited dollars and get more folks into services, get them assisted. And so we will break, but happy to provide one-on-ones for anyone who has questions. And again, thank you to Councilmember Campillo for hosting us here today. Thank you, Denise, for your comments. Just wrap up by saying, again, we will build back better as a city, but we can't forget our young people in the process. Let's make sure that our kids have the best summer possible, the safest summer possible, that they have plenty of opportunities for enrichment, for recreation, for education, and importantly, for jobs. This is the future of our city. They are the folks we should be investing in. With this proposal, we'll do precisely that. Thank you all for being here this morning.